The jungle was alive with echoes, its whispers carried on the wind when an unbelievable sight left everyone frozen. In the clearing, a child laughed, completely unaware of the danger that lay just a few feet away. There amidst the tall grasses and dappled sunlight, something magnificent had emerged from the shadows. Majestic, striped, and silent, it moved with an otherworldly grace that demanded respect and instilled primal fear. It was a tiger, a creature of myth and legend, its presence commanding attention and sending shivers down spines. Every step it took was a testament to raw natural power. Each paw print a reminder of the untamed wilderness that existed so close to civilization. Its eyes glowed with an eerie luminescence, reflecting the secrets of the forest and hinting at the untamed spirit that burned within. And though it wasn't stalking its prey at that very moment, there was an undeniable aura of danger that surrounded it. In fact, it was drawn to the child who remained blissfully unaware, completely oblivious to the life-threatening situation that unfolded before their eyes. As the tiger approached, the air grew thick with tension, every rustle of leaves amplified, every bird call echoing the impending drama. The child continued to play, their laughter ringing out, a stark contrast to the beating hearts of those witnessing this unfolding scene from afar. The question on everyone's mind was, would someone come to the rescue, or were they all destined to watch helplessly as danger crept closer? From somewhere in the distance, the faint sounds of human activity drifted into the clearing. The distant chatter and murmur of voices hinted at the presence of people who might offer help. However, whether they would come to the child's aid or be able to intervene in time remained uncertain. The tiger, now just a few feet away, its muscles coiled and ready to spring into action. The child's laughter echoed through the clearing, mixing with the distant sounds of human voices. Yet somehow they couldn't hear these sounds of potential salvation. They were lost in their own little world, completely unaware of the life-threatening situation that lurked in their midst. And the tiger, with its predatory instincts honed over centuries of evolution, was poised to strike. Its gaze unwavering, its body tensed, ready to unleash the full force of its power. What would happen next was anyone's guess. In the heart of the jungle, deep within a realm untouched by the passage of time, there existed a place of both beauty and danger, a clearing where the laws of nature held sway and where the lives of humans and wild creatures intertwined in a delicate balance. As the tiger approached the child, each step it took sent tremors through the ground, a silent symphony of power that went unnoticed by the unsuspecting child. Their world was filled with the melody of birdsong and the rustling of leaves, and they played on, their innocence shielding them from the lurking danger. But outside the bubble of the child's oblivious joy, the tiger's presence had sent shockwaves rippling through the surrounding trees. The villagers, hidden among the foliage, held their breaths, their gazes fixed on the clearing. Every fiber of their being screamed at them to intervene, to rush to the child's aid. Yet they hesitated, bound by an unspoken understanding of the risks involved. Approaching the tiger was akin to courting disaster, and they were caught in a terrifying game of cat and mouse, not knowing when the predator would make its move. Time seemed to stand still, each second stretching into an eternity. The tension was palpable, suffocating even, as the villagers watched, unable to tear their eyes away from the unfolding drama. Would the tiger strike? Would the child survive? The questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered and terrifying. The child, lost in their world of make-believe, continued to play, their laughter echoing through the clearing, a haunting counterpoint to the lurking danger. The tiger, a picture of raw power and untamed grace, remained motionless, its gaze unwavering, its muscles coiled like springs, ready to unleash. And the villagers, trapped between hope and despair, could do nothing but watch and wait, their hearts pounding in unison with the drumbeat of anticipation. The tiger's approach was a study in precision and power. It moved with the quiet confidence of a seasoned hunter, each step silent, each muscle rippling with controlled strength. Its presence dominated the clearing, casting an aura of raw power that left the child blissfully unaware of the danger at their doorstep. The child's laughter rang out, a jarring contrast to the solemnity that had fallen over the clearing. It was a sound that spoke of innocence and joy, a stark reminder of the life that teetered precariously in the balance. And as the tiger prepared to make its move, the villagers watched, transfixed, their emotions a tangled mess of fear, anticipation, and helplessness. Now, just a few feet away from the unsuspecting child, the tiger paused, its gaze unwavering, its body tensed, ready to spring. The child, still oblivious to the danger, continued to play, their laughter echoing through the clearing. And in that moment, the world seemed to hold its breath. The tiger, a magnificent creature of instinct and power, was poised to strike. The child, a symbol of innocence and life, was in the predator's crosshairs, and the villagers, caught between two worlds, could only watch, frozen by the immensity of the unfolding drama. In the heart of the jungle, where the sun filtered through the dense canopy, where the very air thrummed with unseen energy, an extraordinary drama was about to unfold. As the tiger prepared to pounce, its muscles coiled, ready to unleash the force that had driven its ancestors to the top of the food chain. The child, lost in their own little world, continued to play, their laughter echoing through the clearing, a sound that seemed to mock the danger that lurked just beyond their perception. And as the tiger tensed, poised to strike, a profound hush fell over the clearing. The very leaves on the trees seemed to hold their breath. The birds fell silent, and the wind hushed its whisper. For in that moment, all eyes, all hearts, all minds were focused on the tiger, on the child, and on the impossible choice that the majestic creature was about to make. As the tiger prepared to strike, its eyes locked onto the child, a mixture of curiosity and predatory instinct shining through. The child, blissfully unaware, continued to play, their laughter ringing out, their movements mirroring the innocence of youth. And as the tiger poised to pounce, the air crackled with anticipation, each heartbeat echoing the drama that was about to unfold. Suddenly, just as the tiger was about to make its move, something remarkable happened. Instead of launching into a deadly attack, the tiger lowered its head, its paws pressing silently into the earth. It seemed as if the chase, the tension, the looming threat had all been forgotten. In that instant, a shift occurred. The clearing, which had been charged with the electricity of anticipation, now seemed to hold its breath. The villagers watching from their hidden spots gasped, unsure of what to make of the sudden change. And as the tiger settled down, its massive form radiating an aura of calm, a new set of questions arose. What had caused this unexpected turn of events? Was this a trick, a lull before the storm? Or was there something else at play, something beyond the realm of their understanding? The child, still oblivious to the drama that had been playing out around them, continued to play, their laughter echoing through the clearing. It was a sound that seemed to pierce the tension, reminding everyone present of the innocence that hung in the balance. And as the tiger sat there, a picture of majestic stillness, the villagers watched, their emotions a mixture of confusion and cautious optimism. Now, the tiger had changed its stance, sitting down instead of pouncing. The child, still unaware of the danger they had been in, started to walk towards the tiger. They reached out a small hand, wanting to touch the majestic animal. The tiger, instead of showing any aggression, merely swished its tail slowly, a gesture that seemed to invite the child's touch. The villagers, witnessing this unexpected interaction, held their breaths. Could this be a moment of connection, a bridge between two different worlds? As the child approached the tiger, the air crackled with tension. Would the tiger lash out? Would it welcome the child's touch? The answers seemed to hang in the balance, poised on the edge of a knife. The tiger watched the child with an air of detached curiosity. Its eyes, usually symbols of fierce power, now seemed to hold a hint of wonder. The child, sensing no immediate danger, continued their advance, their laughter echoing through the clearing, their steps light and carefree. The villagers, still hidden among the trees, observed this strange interaction, their hearts pounding in their chests. As the child got closer, the tiger's reaction was the key to everything. If it lashed out, the game would end in tragedy. If it stood its ground, there might be a chance for intervention. The villagers waited, their hopes pinned on the tiger's response. And in that tense standoff, the fate of the child hung in the balance. Just when it seemed like the child might actually reach out and touch the tiger, something remarkable happened. The tiger shifted, rising gracefully to its feet. It took a step back, then another, creating a small gap between itself and the child. This sudden movement startled the child, their laughter fading into surprised silence. The villagers watching from afar couldn't help but gasp. Was this a retreat? Was the tiger giving up the hunt? But then the tiger did something unexpected. It turned and melted back into the jungle, disappearing into the dense undergrowth as quickly as it had appeared. The clearing, which had been charged with tension just moments before, was now filled with stunned silence. The child, their innocence restored, continued to look around, their laughter echoing once again. The villagers, emerging from their hiding places, exchanged bewildered glances. What had just transpired? Why had the tiger come out only to retreat? And most importantly, why hadn't it attacked the child? As the villagers began to discuss the strange events in hushed tones, they noticed something peculiar. The ground bore no blood, only two sets of footprints, one small and one massive, side by side. That day in the clearing, the boundaries between two worlds, the world of humans and the world of wild animals, had blurred in a way that nobody had anticipated. The tiger's appearance, its interaction with the child, and its eventual disappearance had left them with more questions than answers. They were left to ponder the mysteries of the wild, realizing that nature's ways were often beyond their comprehension.